Hello, welcome to Belly Burley. I'm Miss Cherry July. 5 years ago, during lockdown, I filmed a video series called Me and My Body, Body Confidence Interviews. And we interviewed a range of different people, men and women. And I put them on YouTube, but it was on a very different channel that they weren't really suited to. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move them across onto the Belly Burley channel, starting with Lydia, who was the first one that I interviewed when we originally did these, and I'm going to call them series 1 of Me and My Body Confidence Interviews, and then I'm going to put on some new ones which will be series 2, and some of them are going to be catch-ups with the people from series 1, like Lydia. You know, 5 years has passed, a lot's changed in her life, which we won't get into now because it'll be on the catch-up one. And some of them will be new people. So, I hope you enjoy this video. Bear in mind it was filmed 5 years ago. Hoping my interview style's improved a bit since then, but it's a really good interview with Lydia, and she's lovely. And fun fact, Lydia's producing the burlesque show that Belly Burley will be taking part in October. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please subscribe. This channel is going to be body confidence interviews, exercises and workouts for busy women, and my beginner friendly belly dance inspired dance workouts. So let's get on with the interview. Hello, welcome to my first Me and My Body interview in the series of body confidence interviews I wanted to do. A couple of months ago I discussed it on this channel, but had lots of people lined up, lots of different people, but because of lockdown I either can't get to do an interview with people like the Lady Vicar, or people just aren't in the mood to do it via technology, which is fair enough. So hopefully when lockdown is over I can get you some more interviews, and hopefully also while lockdown is going on people will see this interview, realise it's possible, and say they'll do some. Totally forgot what I was going to say. I realised that the interviews would have been better if I'd have been sat in a room with the person having a conversation, bouncing off each other, more natural, more conversation type thing. But with lockdown it's just not possible. But we can always, if you like this series, this body confidence series, we can always review it later, and after lockdown we do a follow-up with somebody in a conversation. This one is Lydia. She's 24 and she's lovely. So I'll let her introduce herself and you can have a good look at her and what she's got to say.
Hello, my name is Lydia Whitehouse. I've been asked to participate in the Body Confidence series by Victoria. A little bit about me. I'm 24 years old. By day I work in a jeweller's, and in the evenings I am a burlesque chair dance instructor. Okay.
I only met you in the last couple of years and you've always seemed very confident and self-assured. Has that always been the case? And if not, what brought about the change?
Question 1. I'm actually not as confident as I seem. I do suffer with anxiety. Probably not as bad as some other people, but it's still there. And because of that, I do get accused of being stuck up and obnoxious quite a lot. But it's not actually being stuck up, it's just the fact that I have anxiety and I'm nervous around people, even people that I know. I still get a bit quiet and don't know exactly what to say. But I've learned over the years to just think, well, what's the worst that can happen? If on stage I stumble and fall on my face, just tits, teeth and toes. Just smile and carry on, and if I mess something up, then just get on with it. The way I look at it, if you can take your flaws and laugh at them, and then nobody else can use them against you, sort of thing. But really I suppose that burlesque chair dance has helped my confidence immensely. Years ago, if you'd have told me that I'd be strutting around in fishnets and nipple tassels and what have you, I'd have never never imagined that. But now look at me, I teach burlesque chair dance, so obviously I've got to try and be a bit confident to help other ladies, because if I can't be confident in myself, how can I tell other people to be confident?
What's the most hurtful thing anyone's ever said about your body, or what has made you feel low about your body?
Question 2. The most hurtful thing somebody's said to me about my body, I suppose it was my granddad and my uncle. They comment on my weight and my appearance quite a lot. They're both quite abrupt, and they just sort of say whatever they think. They don't really think that it's going to cause offence. They just say it and think that they're doing tough love, I suppose, but it doesn't really come across that way. The one thing I can remember my granddad saying is that I look like a whale. I don't think he meant it as harshly as it came out, but it did make me cry for a few hours, and it did make me feel a little bit better than my mama really laid into him. That did make me feel a bit better, but it still stuck with me a few years later, and it wasn't a nice thing for a granddad to say to his granddaughter. But I think the worst thing that happened to me was, it's probably not even a big thing, but I couldn't zip up the back of a size 16 dress, and the zip actually broke, and I had that happen twice in the space of 2 days, and I had to buy a pair of size 18 trousers because size 16s were just too tight on me. And for years I've been like size 12, 14, so to have to wear size 18, for me it was very not nice, and that's when I thought something's got to change. So I tried to lose weight, and now I'm back down to a 14, and I'm happy that I don't have to go down any more to be happy.
What encourages you and makes you feel positive about your body?
Question 3. The one thing that makes me feel positive about my body, I know it sounds really daft, but it's photo shoots. Like, for example, at burlesque we do feather fan masterclasses, and during that we have a photo shoot where we can just pose with the fans and what have you, and afterwards you get all these lovely photos, and they just really make you feel good about yourself, because you sort of look in the mirror and you think, oh god, I can see a roll there, I can see cellulite there, I can see a scar there, I can see this, see that. And yet when you look at the photos you think, wow, I don't look half as bad as what I thought. But with the feather fan masterclasses and dancing and what have you, the one thing in the photos that I look at is smile. I think a smile is the best accessory anybody can wear. Yes, the outfits, costumes and the makeup are gorgeous, but it's the smile that's the best thing, because when you look back on the photos and you see a smile, you think, I was having fun. You don't think about what you're wearing or how you look. It's always the smile that you notice first, or I notice first, because your face is what makes you you. It's your window to show how you feel. So if you're smiling and looking like you're having fun, then that's going to come across on camera, and that looks a lot better than what you're wearing. Question 3.
When you see young women your age or younger having plastic surgery, sometimes multiple times, how does that make you feel?
Question 4. Honestly, it makes me feel sick that ladies my age and under the age of 30 are going for cosmetic procedures to look differently, because they think that's what they have to do to fit in with society and to fit society's mould of what perfect looks like and what body everybody should have. 99% of the time I think that a lot of the ladies and gentlemen look a lot better before they went for any of the surgeries. I know there's like nips and tucks and little things that you can alter that will make you feel better, but a lot of the time I don't think it's needed. And they probably think themselves when they look in the mirror that, God, I look a lot better before. What was I thinking? Like girls that have loads of filler in their lips, you don't look any better. You look daft, a lot of them. And it's so disheartening that these girls were so pretty and lovely before and they've just ruined their appearance. Because yes, they may feel better, but as soon as society changes what they think is perfect, then all those girls are going to think, oh God, now we've got to do this, we've got to do that. Like breast implants and bum lifts and what have you. Everybody at the minute is having massive bums and massive boobs and tiny waists. What if in another 10 years everybody wants to be stick thin and have no boobs or bums? They've got to go back under the knife to get it all reversed, and to me it's just stupid. They should leave their body well alone. If there's something that you need to fix for medical reasons, like for example if part of your septum's collapsed and you can't breathe, go and have it done. If it's just that your nose is crooked, don't have it done. I've broke my nose. I've got a bump here. Not very obvious on camera. There. But it's there. I could probably have it fixed quite easily. But nah, I don't care. It doesn't bother me that much. I have loads of moles on my face which I could quite easily get removed. But again, I hated those when I was little. But I've had my ex say to me that was his most favourite part of me because it was so different. So all these girls that think this isn't perfect, stuff what everybody else thinks.
You're a cheer dance instructor. When you see women of all shapes and sizes come into your classes and gain confidence, some to the point of performing on stage, does that make you feel like you're making a huge difference in people's lives? And do you feel proud to have unexpectedly become a figurehead for body positivity?
Question 5. I am a burlesque cheer dance instructor, yes. I have been for just over a year. I do feel so proud when I see my ladies performing in shows and gaining confidence. Some of them at the Feather Fan masterclasses, they went down to nipple tassels before I did. I didn't do it at all on my first masterclass. I only did it on the second one, and I had girls that straight away it was bras off, don't care. And I admired that so much because I didn't dare. But now I don't care. Well, I probably do. I'd still be a bit nervous doing it at a big show. But little masterclass, I don't really mind that much. In shows now I have ladies offering to do solos, which makes me so happy, and I've seen a couple of routines that my ladies have done that they sent me and it's like, wow, they are brilliant, and it just makes me so proud of them that they want to do that they don't give a stuff what anybody else thinks, and straight away they're like, oh, I should wear this, I should wear that, and it's like, yeah, go for it. You wear what you want. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to dress in a clown outfit on that stage, go for it. As long as you are smiling and having fun, I don't care what you look like. Because what's the point in looking gorgeous and glamorous and sexy if you think I feel like an idiot and I'm not having fun? There's no point doing it. Sorry, I'm reading notes, that's why I keep looking away. But the one person I am most proud of in my classes is my mum. She wouldn't have her photo taken at all when we first started this with Sharon Caldwell. She wouldn't have her photo taken at all, but now she does, and she's front and centre in every photograph, and she's acting like an idiot, and it's fantastic to see. She really has grown in confidence. And she doesn't give a stuff what anybody thinks, even though she has chronic anxiety, same as me. Probably worse, actually. But no, and she puts her name down for every show. She's like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. And it's amazing to see. So, yes, I am proud of what my ladies do. And they're all gorgeous. And they are fantastic. And I've got ladies of all shapes and sizes and abilities and whatever else. And when they're all next to each other, I don't think, oh, she's a big girl, she's a small girl. It's just, I've got gorgeous girls. That's all I think of, and that's all I want everybody else to think, that these girls are talented, these girls can dance, and these girls are having the time of their lives.
What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Question 6. The advice I'd give to my 16-year-old self is not everybody's going to like you. And that's okay. As long as you like yourself and you're happy, that's really all that matters. You don't have to be a certain size to be beautiful. And as long as you smile and be kind, that's really all that's important. Those that care about you and want to be in your life will be with you. And those that don't and they want to slag you off, just let them. As long as you don't hear, it doesn't matter.
Body positivity is accepting bodies of all shapes and sizes. Sorry, I'm reading it. Does it annoy you when it's used in a negative way? Like when bigger girls slag off skinny girls, or when a larger lady has lost a lot of weight and she's slagged off for it?
Question 7. Yes, it does make me feel sad when I hear that, as there's really no need for it. Every body is beautiful. It doesn't matter if they're skinny, if they're fat, if they're curvy, if they're average, if they're tall or they're small. It doesn't matter. Their body's theirs, and the only opinion that should matter is their own. The one thing I do hate is when people continue to comment when larger ladies have lost weight. I wouldn't necessarily say slag them off, but it's more so when they say, like, continue to say, oh, you look so much better now. It's like, no, you look gorgeous before, you look gorgeous now. There's no, oh, you looked awful before and now you look gorgeous. It's, no, you were you before, you now. It doesn't matter what the outside looks like, it's only what matters in here it's only what's in here that matters. This is just a shell. This is for show. So, if you're ugly in here, you're ugly here. It doesn't matter. You can be 20 stone. You can be 6 stone. You're gorgeous either way. So, nobody should be slagging off anybody. Like, those memes on Facebook, like, oh, guys prefer meat, not bones, or something to that effect. It's like, no, that makes you feel good when you read it, but really when you think about it, it's like, actually no, you're just having a slanging match, and it's not good for anybody. It's teaching younger girls that you have to slag off somebody that's bigger, or you have to slag off somebody that's skinny. And the only way you get away from it is if you're in that middle bracket. But no, that middle bracket's perfect. That big bracket's perfect. That little bracket's perfect. You're all perfect just the way you are. And if somebody else is going to slag you off for it, just don't listen. Ignore them, stick middle finger up at them and just tell them to get stuffed.
Last question. What does body positivity mean to you, Lydia?
Question 8. To me, body positivity means never to be ashamed of your body and your appearance. Never be ashamed of being too big or too thin. Never be ashamed of a physical deformity. Never be ashamed of things like stretch marks, as they show that you've carried a life inside you, or if they're due to weight gain, then it shows that you have food, that you're lucky enough to be eating. Some people don't even have that. Never be ashamed of wrinkles, as that shows that you've laughed and that you've loved. Scars show that you've lived. Tattoos show your artistic side, as do piercings and brightly coloured crazy hair. If you want to wear all black and be a goth, then go ahead. If you want to dress like Barbie, again, go ahead. It's up to you. If you want to wear makeup every day, if that's the way that you feel comfortable, then go ahead. Wear as much makeup as you want to. Similarly with ladies that don't wear makeup. Like, for example, today I've not got any on. I've not had any on since lockdown started, and yet normally I wear makeup every day for work. But I'm not bothered about wearing makeup. Even at work for the past few months, I've not worn hardly any. I've wore eyebrow gel and mascara. That's it, because I don't care if people see blemishes or red marks or whatever. It's still the same face, just in a different colour, basically. Excuse me. But yeah, you dress how you want to. You accessorise the way you want to. If you want to cover yourself head to toe in tattoos, do it. I've got tattoos. I've got one on the back of my neck to represent my ladies. I've got a diamond on the back of my neck. My mum's got a diamond on the back of her neck. I have 2 piercings. Some people have piercings all over their body, and that is okay. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's your body, and it is your body to do with what you want to do. And nobody should have any say in it. As long as it isn't damaging you, then don't care what anybody else thinks. Just do what you want to do, and as long as you're happy doing it, forget what everybody else thinks.